Like so many things in life, career too can require to be hit with that reset button. It can simply be a result of a quarter life crisis and soul searching, an inevitable corporate burnout, or simply a life event and change of geography that would urge you to reinvent your career. It can be a tricky thing to experience for sure, but I can say it is a great chance to find your true passion and calling at the least likeliest of the places and discovering a version of yourself that nobody knew existed, not even yourself. Welcome to All Things Millennial. I'm your host Sujal, and I welcome you to join me every week as I chat with some very interesting guests in order to find answers to the question that almost every millennial has. Today's episode is about career change, exploring new career paths, making connections in a corporate environment, and much more. Today's guest is a friend who I know for an ear-to-ear smile, her love for dad jokes, and a solid journey of navigating career change. She completed her bachelor's in electrical engineering back from India. But when she moved to Canada at the peak of the COVID era, she had a hard time looking for a job in her field of study. After going through a bunch of call center and customer success positions, she is now a data analyst and customer success associate and is now thriving in the corporate world. Her hustle and perseverance inspires me each day. So guys, join me in welcoming Anamika Aich. Hi Anamika, thank you so much for joining us today. I was just mentioning about your inspirational career change journey in the introduction. So tell us your story. What made you switch careers in the first place and what really pushed you to do it?
Hey, Sujal, I'm obliged to be here. I moved to Canada, so that's the main point of switching careers because I was from an electronics background, but there is no scope, very less scope here in Canada. So I came here just before the onset of COVID. So there were very less jobs and people were laid off. So it was very difficult for getting into the job market. So that's when I thought of changing my career and switching it to IT because I saw IT was booming at that time, and so I thought I should challenge myself and try to start something new in this new country. So that's when I thought of switching careers and started to prepare more for going into the IT sector.
Actually, even I was a victim of the jobs that were not present in the market. Even I graduated at the top of the COVID era. So I realized how it can be difficult, especially when you're changing careers. It can be even more difficult. And that brings me to my very next question. So changing careers has its tough moments like everything else in life. But what were the biggest challenges that you came across while doing so?
Yeah, so any transition in your life, it would come with share of obstacles, right? So you would always see a stepping stone ahead of you, and there were a lot of challenges that I came across, and then the biggest challenge I would say is mastering new skills, adapting to different work culture. Coming from back home where we had a different work culture, there was an a culture shock for me, and getting used to how to communicate to people even when I know how to speak in English, but it was still difficult for me. So yeah, there would be obstacle challenges, but it's on you how you take them. And you have to be a sport, and you have to take on all of the challenges and try to be yeah, I'm here for the war. And then that's when I thought of preparing for the position, and then transitioning from a non-IT background to an IT was very challenging. So yeah. that's how I try to embrace myself and try to take up the opportunity which was thrown at me at that time.
Yeah, I must say it's a great piece of advice and it will be useful to a lot of us, definitely. So, when someone's exploring new career paths, how do they figure out what they're good at? Not always does somebody know what they're actually good at versus what they really want to do. And also, talking about the same thing, since we are talking about career change, how can they carry over some skills from their past jobs or past career trajectory and bring them to the new field?
Right. So the first thing that I think is like you have to do your self-assessment. It's possible that I thought IT is good for myself, but it can be for you. It can be like something else. It can be, acting, maybe doing something else. So first it would be a self-assessment. Like you need to see what are your interests, what's your passion, and what values you can take out of it, and what fascinates you. So those would be something as a self-assessment that you can do on yourself. And then like the research is the most important part of getting to what you really want to do in your life. So you have to like see different careers, and depending on your qualification you can do like more certification, because over here you also know like if you have more certifications you get a job very fast. So I would say, you can research about it, and then you should also be having like try to network with like different professionals, and try to ask them what challenges they faced. Maybe that would lead you to what you really want to do in your life. And then there are like online forums, like social media groups, so you can just join them. Also there are like kind of workshops that you can take up, or any online courses. I think those would be very helpful for you to understand, and see what is the next career path you want to go into.
I liked how you talked about taking up, let's say, acting, because I recently read about an article where in this era of people, like qualified people getting layoffs right and left, there are so many people who are taking it positively. They are trying to explore, they're taking time to explore what they really enjoy. And there are so many people who have now left their corporate jobs and are diving into something creative or what they dreamt of when they were a child. So, I mean, it's a good thing if you take it positively, if you have the time, and if you definitely have courage, you can explore too many new things. So, that's great. And you briefly mentioned how making connections in corporate world or a new field can be a bit daunting, but also very important. So, do you have any practical tips that we can maybe take inspiration from on how to network effectively in the corporate zone?
Yeah, so like if you're looking to, making new connection, the best place would be LinkedIn. It's not just for like job hunting, but it's also for networking, and you can research about it for new career paths. You can find all of the HRs, or the recruiters who are recruiting currently in the field that you are looking to switch to. So you'll get a lot of people who you can connect to over there. And also like you should have an online presence, and have a good LinkedIn profile, a strong profile where you also have your photo up there. So I've seen like people not putting up their photo. So I think that's very important. And also having like a compelling summary highlight. Your summary should not be like long. It should be like one minute read, I would say, like less than 1 minute. And it should be like an eye-catching summary which would lead those recruiters to reach out to you, right? So that's what I think would be the best bet here. And then also like you can attend some industry events. Like I can tell you about like from ID field, like there are AWS workshops. There are some job events that you can go to, and like you can just able to connect with people there, talk to them, understand. So I think those are some of the things that you can do to make new connection.
No, that's amazing. And I agree. LinkedIn is a great place to market yourself and to let people know about your skills and what you have to offer, especially when you are looking for a new job or diving into a whole field. But as far as I understand, it would be easier if I have a bunch of experience to show and I am putting so many things on LinkedIn that it would be valuable. But if people are very new to the field or they do not have so many things to showcase for themselves, then what would you say would be the best method to market yourself?
Yeah, so I would say like looking at a job description, we think that those are the skills that we need to have in our resume or we need to have them put up on LinkedIn, but that's not true. Sometimes, like when I started in this field, I did not have any of those skills. It's just your confidence that you wear when you go for your interview. I think be confident. You can say no, that you don't know about it, but you are eager to learn about it. So I think you should have like a strong interpersonal communication. You should have that proper. And then, like if you have any certifications or any courses that you have done, so I would say like always invest on relevant certification. If you don't have those skills, you can always go and have a certificate and learn about it. I would say like every day you should use maybe like LinkedIn Learning, or you can use YouTube, whatever works for you. You should go there, learn something new, because like those would add into your resume someday, and you would be able to answer questions on an interview. So I think those are some of the stuff that you can use to market yourself. It's not necessary that you should know all of the skills, but I think the most important skill is the communication. So you should be working on that. Read some books, read how you can market yourself. So I think those would help you a lot in reaching that goal.
Yes, especially like for an immigrant, like I am, like you are, communication plays a very important role while marketing yourself. And even though you have technical skill set, communication still surpasses most of those skill set, which is sad, but it's the reality. And we all have experienced it firsthand. So, I mean, thank you so much for your great advice. And like so many things in life, career change and being successful in finding a new job is not easy. It doesn't just come to most people. If it comes for anyone, good for them. But it's not like you completed a certification course and the next day you start applying for jobs and within a week you have a six-figure, like a high salaried job in your hands. So how do you deal with rejections and setbacks? How can somebody deal with those things and still learn from their experiences?
Yeah, so I would say like rejection and setbacks, like they are like very challenging for anyone, because you go into that mode that I'm not good at anything. If you get a rejection from somewhere, so like if I say, like, to be honest, like I was working for customer service, like who gets laid off from a customer service, but I got laid off. But that made me more strong, and trying to apply to different positions. That's what I think made me what I am today. So don't be disheartened of the rejection that you face today, but I think take that as like you want to achieve. So take that as a sport, and maybe try to maintain that growth mindset and embrace all the ideas of the setbacks and failures as opportunity for growth. So use them as a stepping stone for your journey rather than any roadblock. and then like always go back and see what mistakes you did, which led to the rejection that you face. So always learn from them and try to express yourself more better next time so that you don't face that. So yeah, don't be disheartened that why I didn't get a job, or what else I should do. So you should work on yourself, I would say. And like that's about it, I think. And don't let rejections deter you from pursuing your goals. So like it say like each rejection would bring you closer to success. uh, so yeah, always take it as an learning opportunity, and then I think you would be there wherever you want to go, or you want to do the job, whichever job you want to do.
Yeah, I'm glad you say that. And I'm glad you took something negative in your life and turned it into positive. And I still remember we all were in a movie theater together and you had to walk out half movie because you were getting calls from your work due to work
Yeah.
commitments, of course. And I always admire you for those little things. And I always see you as a very hardworking and a talented person. So, yeah, again, when you are changing careers, you don't know what's in store for you, but you still need to plan things for yourself. You still need to set goals. How can people set practical goals step by step? And do you have any practical tips we all can use?
Sure. So, like when you say goals, I think there would be like two types of goals. One is like short term goals, and some would be long term goals, and everyone's at different level in their life. So it would depend totally on the individual, how they want and what goals they think they can complete in a year or so, or maybe like in a month or so, or 6 months or so. So short term goals, like you should always, like, maybe some people like to journal them, some people want to only keep in their mind, but whatever you think about every time in your life, you should have some goals. It can be short term or long term career goals, but you should have specific objectives, because that's what's going to make you, like, you would stay focused and motivated only through those clear goals. So I would say always have some goals in your life for your career. So for now, like, for example, I want to do the AWS certification, for example. So I'm preparing for it. I know I have to complete it in 2 months so that I can advance my career. So you should always have something, keep hustling, I would say, and always keep on developing all of your skills that's required for the position that you're applying for or you're already working on. So, like, kind of how we discuss about certification, or through courses or any workshops that you can do. And then also, I would say, like, work on your resume. It should not be like more than 2 pages. And also, like, if you need, you can seek guidance to any career coach or mentors who can help you in transitioning your career. So I would say you should do so. Other than that, I think like, mainly you should establish a timeline of when you have to complete this, what goals you have. And a lot of things would push you back, like, you have to go out with your friends, for example, like as Suja was saying, that I had to run to the car to just attend to a meeting. Those things would happen which would pull you back, saying that, this is not the job you want to do. You want to enjoy with your friends. There's only one life. But I think those things would make you more stronger and more successful in life. So yeah, the perseverance and continuous learning would make you successful into fulfilling your career. So I think that's about it. That's all the tips that I can give you. So
No, that's very valuable. And I know you need to keep learning even when you are 80 years old.
yeah.
there's yeah, like when you keep learning, you keep growing. So even I believe in that, and I'm glad that you are able to share so many practical tips through your experience. And you mentioned about working with a mentor or a coach, and that sounds wonderful. But where can someone find a coach, or how can someone get past that very corporate relation with your manager and actually share your goals with them?
Finding a mentor, I would say, like, you can reach out to the friends first, whoever is in that particular field, because friends are the best teachers in life. So they can help you in understanding, because you won't hesitate asking any of those vague questions, right? That they would think that you don't know about anything. Like, as you're saying, like, if there's a manager, you ask them about something, they might feel like you don't know about certain things, and that's a reason you're reaching out to your manager about it. But I think over here in Canada, that's not the thing. You can always reach out to anyone in your company, your manager, about your career goals. So I would say, if that works for you, go for it. But there are some professional associations. I don't have the name on top of my head, but
Mhm.
you can always go to LinkedIn. In LinkedIn, there are certain groups, focus groups, that you can add into, and be a part, be a member of those groups. And I think they can help you nurture your career. And or you can reach out to any of the alumni from your school, or high school, or college, and I think they would help you in mentoring you how your next step should be. And you should always leverage your LinkedIn network, to understand what next, or what expertise you require, for the experiences that you're looking for. So I think that's what I can um provide you with. And one more thing, like, a mentorship would be like a two-way relationship. Whoever you reach out to, you have to also grasp from them, and them being totally helpful to you. So that would be a two-way relationship. So always choose as per that. So that's one more tip that I can give you for now.
That's great. That's amazing. And I agree with friends. There's no question that is a stupid question.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So if you are able to get that knowledge or expertise from your friend circle, then go for it. But seeking professional mentorship will never be regretted by you. I can say, not that I've tried it, but I people are professional for a reason.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for all your tips again. Before I let you go, I have a couple more questions for you.
Sure.
So if someone is looking to take a plunge into a new career right now, then what would be your piece of advice, or what encouragement would you give them?
Yeah, so taking a plunge into new career is like very nerve wracking, I would say, right? And I would say, like, embrace with the change. And change can be intimidating for you, but that's where the growth and opportunity resides, right? So embrace all those new challenges and experience that comes with it. And believe in yourself, of course. Always stay curious, like, stay foolish, and I think that approach would take you to the new career. And you should be always open minded to learn new things. And you should seek support from maybe friends, colleagues, whoever you think would be best, or any mentor or peer. And then you need the enthusiasm to change careers. Right now, I think it's very difficult in the market, where people are facing issues and getting a job. So I would say, like, be resilient, and try keep on searching, keep on fighting every day, you'll get the job. It's Canada. It's a land of opportunity. You'll surely land to the opportunity that you are looking for. But it would take some time. But don't get disheartened, as I said before, as well, and don't have the fear of failure. Always think that you're not alone, because there's a lot of people who are facing that currently. But it's just the timing. I would say it gets better and better every day. And then, looking back maybe 5 years down the lane, you'll think, oh, I was struggling, and see where I am now. So I think that's about it. Best of luck to anyone who is looking for new jobs. You can do it. You can achieve it, I would say.
Thank you so much. That's very inspirational. Even I am very inspired by and I'm very motivated. And it's actually true. Sometimes you are working your 100% towards something, but you're not at the right place at the right time. But when you get there, you'll find the job of your dreams and you'll start loving your work. So, yeah, it's there's something definitely to take away from all your amazing advices. But before I let you go, please tell us about your day in life. I, for a fact, know that you mostly work from home, given your job requirements, but not all of our listeners do. So tell us how you divide your day. What do you do, also for fun and for work? And yeah.
Yeah, so I try to wake up little early, maybe because I always sleep late at night. I'm not a morning person, to be honest. So I try to wake up at 7 or 8, and then try to have some morning tea or something like that, and then try to relax before I start my work, because I have to work from home, so I don't have to commute. That's the time I can save. So after that, I just see my calendar and put everything up there, whatever I need to do throughout the day. I have couple of meetings, then I'm go on those meetings. And then what exactly I do, I think I did not mention here. So right now, I am doing kind of a business analysis, plus I'm doing customer success. So all of those difficult customers coming to me saying, okay, why is this not working? Why is that not working? Your customer success, you should be looking at what we want. So I have to make them understand. I have to help them. It's making myself into their shoes and thinking about, okay, so these are the issues that they are facing, so how we can help them with that. So I think that's how my day goes through. I do some health check, seeing how their systems are and talking to people. I think that's what I love to do, and communicate with them, talk to them, and understand what's the features that they want. So that's about my day. I go through that, presentations, stuff like that, Power BI. I don't know a lot of things going on. Maybe these are so much technical for you, but those are some of the things that I do. And after that, after my job completes, I work for 9 to 5. And after that, I try to go for a walk and, try to absorb all of the nature's best things. Right now, it's autumn here. So I think
It's wonderful outside.
it's wonderful. Yeah, the fall colors, they are so pretty. So I think I try to absorb them before the winter hits. That's about it. And then I make food, and then watch Netflix, and then Netflix and chill. That's how my day looks like. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Anamika, for all your insights and so many practical tips that you gave us. I'm sure it will be very helpful for all those listening. They were definitely very helpful for me. I had a lot to take away from this conversation of ours. So thank you so much again for spending time with us. And I'll hopefully see you this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Meet you. Yeah, bye for now. Thanks.
Bye. As we wrap up today's episode, I would like to thank all of you for your time and ears. If you liked today's episode, please subscribe to the show. Also, follow us on Instagram at allthingsmillennial_podcast to stay connected. If you are listening on Apple or Spotify, do not forget to rate the show. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep exploring, and keep being the amazing millennial that you are. Bye.